Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Warren, Towson University sophomore, and this is my next video in philosophy and music. This week we will talk about the performance of self and its effect on presence in the virtual worlds. This is by Jacquelyn Morie from USC Institute of Creative Technologies. See, I'm going to diagnose this through the waves of piano, and this mostly had to do with the use of avatars and the new technology used in filmmaking and computer games. Well, this was actually very difficult to incorporate with piano. I tried finding so many things to go with it, but you can't exactly compare an avatar to playing the piano. Some examples that I came up with were the fact that when I read through, it says something about the avatar being seen as somewhat of your your ego, it's like your extreme self, and how you're disguising yourself as this avatar. And I figure that this goes well with playing the piano for YouTube because I'm putting on an avatar, as you could say. I mean, you can see my face, so that changes it a little bit, but if you were to listen to my YouTube videos without seeing my face or just listening to my music, the avatar sense of it will be the fact that you could listen to one of my songs that I play and not put a face to it and just have an icon of my, like a fake face I have on my blog profile, and that could be my avatar. I've used sites like that before for I can't remember the name of them, but I used to use them where you had a special avatar, it'd be a little cartoon character that's supposed to look like you, but it's supposed to represent you in an abstract sense. In ways of piano, this kind of reminded me of some of our older videos where we talked about Bordeaux and the Kabyle house and how the women play a certain role and the males play a certain role. Well, I found that, okay, so the men will be doing all the hunting and taking care of the food and paying the bills, as some would say in the past. And the women portrayed in some movies would be cooking or playing an instrument at a party or something. This kind of reminded me of it because I'm putting on a persona of following the idea of playing music. And what do I mean by that? Well, I can play any kind of music, but depending on the type of music I'm playing, I'm putting on on that persona. When I'm playing a classical piece, I'm being a classical pianist. When I'm playing jazz, I'm a jazz pianist. When I'm playing musical tunes, I'm an accompaniment for musicals. Like it's all different. And it's a very abstract way of looking at it because obviously I'm not talking about video games here, but I'll just show you an example of how the styles varying will change what your avatar could be or your hidden masked self. So first I'm going to play you a piece from Spring Awakening. If you haven't heard of it, it's a pretty risque musical that came out a few years ago. I think 2003 possibly. But I'm going to play you a couple chords and the piano accompaniment of Those You've Known. So if you guys know the song, it'll sound really familiar. So I'll just show you how this goes. Just pay attention to my playing, not me. When I play songs like that, I feel like if I was to be on stage or accompaniment, I would be in a particular outfit that would suit being an accompaniment person, and that could be my avatar. I could be the accompaniment player. I could be in the musical. I would be seen as playing in a musical would be like more assumed to be more flamboyant and fun, and it's obviously not all musicals are that way, but the image you get is different because you don't hear a musical and think, oh, this is just like rock music, oh, this is just like Beethoven's Fifth, or something like that. It's not always the same. It's a different persona you put on each time. And the important part to pay attention to is that they're all parts of who I am, but they're more intensified. Just like if you were playing World of Warcraft, if I would be I would be an elf character or something, a blood elf. I would be dressed in a particular way and use a particular type of weapon. Well, my weapon is piano. I'm playing you a piece. And that particular piece represents me in a sense. When I play music, I become one with that piece. So I'll show you another example. So this little transformation from that to something like this. Hold on, let me try that again. It's a little peppy and happy. It's actually a piece by Beethoven. I could play a classical piece, anything like that. Let's see. I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. But playing a classical song would be different than playing a music piece from like a musical or something like that. Or if I'm at a band, if I'm in a band, I'm at a karaoke night, and I just decide to start playing something like this. Random like that. That's going to give you a different persona that I'm giving off. Like I said before, it's not necessarily an avatar, but the difference in what kind of music I play can change my persona. And one important thing that I wanted to talk about is the fact that me playing piano represents a part of who I am. So I'm giving off a particular idea of who I want you to think I am by playing the piano. Just because I play piano doesn't mean I'm a good person, but someone that would see, oh, you're a musician, you take this, you're a professional musician, you must be a confident and well-rounded person. And yes, I do find myself to be fairly well-rounded and very diligent with my work and everything, but not every musician you come upon is going to be the greatest person ever. But the fact that I could be at a concert playing a magnificent concerto, that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily a good person. But it's a part of me that I want you to see as a representation of who I am. So, which is just like an avatar. That's what they want you to see as who they are. Kind of like a Sims. But in reference of YouTube, as I was saying before, this is a perfect example. Like, the fact that I am talking to you into a computer screen, that can be an example of how I am giving a different persona. It's kind of like a mask. Like, I'm not trying to give you a mask, but there is a physical screen blocking us. And the way you were talking to me or listening to me changes my persona, I guess, in a way. Because the fact that I am talking to a computer is not a normal thing I'd be doing. So therefore, you can assume that I would be acting not completely like myself. I feel like I'm putting on an act, which is just like being an avatar or playing piano. I need to put on an act and be that piano player. So that's it for this week's video. I'm signing out from Sarah Warren in Philosophy and Music. Thanks.